So what happens if there's a number in front of this root? Well, if there's any numbers around this thing, we have to get rid of those first. It's just easier. So if there's a number on the other side, which there is here, and I see my radical, then what we want to do first is isolate the radical. It's going to be much easier to do and manage if we do that. So if you notice, the radical's right here. So to get rid of the stuff around it, we notice it's being multiplied by 4. So what we have to do is we have to divide by 4. It's just going to be much easier if we take care of that quick, and then we can take care of the radical later. So 40 divided by 4 is 10. We're going to bring down the rest of what I have left, okay, which is the square root of 3x minus 2. Now, if you remember from my last video, we talked about the fact that any number out here would be the number that's on the bottom, which is the power that it needs to be raised to. I also said that if there's nothing out there, then that means there's automatically a 2. So what we need to do is we need to square both of these sides. That will undo my radical. So what I have left is 100 equals 3x minus 2. And then what I can do is I can add 2 to both sides, and I'll get 102 equals 3x. Divide by 3. X is going to equal 102 over 3. Okay? So it's kind of that simple. Just remember, it's kind of like absolute values. You want to get rid of the stuff in that radical. Keep that stuff there, and then you want to get rid of everything that's around the radical. So like, let me just give you another example real quick. If I wrote 10 equals 2 times the square root of 3x minus 2 again, and then we're going to put a plus 2 over here. Well, what I want to do is I got to get rid of the 2 on the outside of the radical, and I got to get rid of that plus 2 on the outside of the radical. But the way we did it with absolute values, very similar. We have to subtract the 2 first because it's further away, all right? Which gives you 8 being equal to 2 times the square root of 3x minus 2. Okay, last step then would be divide by 2, right? Because then you can get rid of all that. And then what you'll have is you'll have 4 equals 2, not 2, my bad. 2's go away. Square root of 3x minus 2, right? So you have to remember that you're trying to get rid of this stuff around the radical first. I mean, you can deal with it all, but that'd be crazy. It'd be hard. And so what we want to do is you want to square then, right? Because we don't have anything on the outside. So you have 16 equals 3x minus 2. And I'm pretty sure you know how to solve the rest of that. So you have to understand that you need to get rid of the stuff around the radical before you move on. Okay? That's about as hard as it gets. I hope that helps.